improving architectural education. With this, I once again welcome you all and wish this seminar all success. Thank you very much.
Singla. I now request Architect Punit Sethi, Chairman SP Alumni, to say a few words.
Thank you, Architect Shamit, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow architects and students. At the onset, I take this opportunity to thank IIA Northern Chapter for organizing this seminar on a subject which we are all disturbed about, and it tends to take the maximum footage in any architectural discussions, whether in profession or in the academics. Life, we all know, is a journey. And in my journey, I can, on this occasion, recall two events. In 1971, Randhir Kapoor directed his maiden venture, Kal Aaj Aur Kal, which was a story of three generations, so diverse, so apart, yet inherently connected, each incomplete without the others. And in 1972, the Architects Act was enacted. Though I was a witness to the first event because I had gone to the theaters to see the movie with my parents as a child, I did not know anything about what happened in 1972 until 12 years later when I joined the School of Architecture. However, both these events have no relation whatsoever with each other. However, the story continues. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow are elements of time and transition, of evolution. Education, according to me, is the today of architecture. It derives its inspiration from and relates to the yesterday. However, and in turn, it has the mandate to change, influence, and mold the tomorrow of our profession. However diverse these three time periods may be, they are links in the same chain. The socio-economic situation of our society, its aspirations, the architectural practices and principles governing these practices, and the culture, history, and vocabulary of architecture surrounding us, all put together form the context of the substrate with which educators and students attach themselves to and relate to. Much has changed in the world around us in the last 4 or 5 decades. In India, the architectural vocabulary has shifted from one that was very strong in terms of cultural, socio-economic, climatic, and vernacular response to a global vocabulary which is symbolic of the shrinking globe. Simultaneously, the education sector has expanded its boundaries and has reached to all parts of the country. What was once an elitist profession learned in big cities has now found its presence in the hinterland and far-flung areas. Our society also has begun to recognize this profession as a mainstream subject. While we are discussing the falling standards in architectural education, its turmoil and possible future course, the profession has also been deliberating on the plausible changes and amendments that need to be brought to the Architects Act, which governs the education and practice of architecture in this country. Some of the core areas that require immediate discussion, debate, introspection, I've been able to list down 7. Number 1, the aptitude of students of architecture. Who should join architecture, especially in the wake of rules and regulations that have allowed non-science background students to join the profession? Is this really suited for the nature of our curriculum, or is it just done to fill up vacant seats in so many colleges in the country? And how should students be selected? This is another area of debate which must search a proper methodology of entrance examination. Is IIANC, NATA, etc. the right way forward? I would request academicians to respond to these issues. Number 3, the idea which has been said by everybody, the lack of faculty in colleges. In the past, architecture was taught by those who were constantly in practice. But regulations today do not permit permanent faculty to practice, and visiting faculty is hard to find, more so in colleges located in far-flung areas away from cities. Fourthly, the qualification criteria of who can teach. I think this is an area which requires very serious discussion. Should statutory bodies look into qualifications of teaching faculty in the light of what the profession needs, or should it be the same as other curriculum in the country? The role of alumni. I feel that the alumni of any institute is a treasure trove of knowledge and experience. Should we devise a mechanism of involving alumni in education? Teachers training. In this fast-changing era of technology and development, the teachers must be provided with a mechanism and a platform wherein they can quickly adapt to new technologies, such as BIMs and digital architectures which are coming in a very big way globally. And they should be